Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm making a small video for those who want to tank the Cloudrest. This is a Warden tank that I think is more powerful than DK in that trial for several reasons. So, as you know, the Magicka DK is really strong this patch, and the engulfing flames benefit from the DK tank is not that important anymore. So we will have I'm going to be switching to Warden tank again, because in my opinion it's more benefit to the group, more defensive buffs, more healing to the group. Anyway, you get my point. Now it's this build, I did Cloudrest with DK2 like several times, and I did it with Warden, and I must say Warden outperformed all other builds I tried in Cloudrest. DK builds, I mean. The reason is you're extremely tanky with Warden if you build it right, especially with the new Sigic Order skills and the passives. It's really good. So now this is a prototype build, keep that in mind, because balance changes are incoming, more and more things will change. I'm just putting this here, putting this build here. So if you go to PTS and practice Cloudrest, you do it with a build that is made for it. Like, this build is for Cloudrest. Obviously you can I don't know why you would raid in PTS other than Cloudrest, but if you want to go there, you can make small tweaks and be really successful in other trials too. But anyway, this is mainly for Cloudrest. In PTS I will be trying to update this build according to the changes, but I'm really happy with what I see right now. So anyway, let's start real quick. Let me show you the stats first. 20k Magicka, 20k stamina. As you see, we have slightly higher stamina than our Magicka, and we're running 45.4k health. Our recovery doesn't matter at all. 26k resistances, 31.3 almost. So very high resistance numbers. We're a vampire, obviously. Lord Mundus and 3-stat food. All points into health. By the way, this outfit is this one right here, Court of Bedlam. I guess we can buy it with Crown Store next patch. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna move to gear real quick. I'm running 5 Ebon, 5 Alkosh, stuff on the back bar, 2 Lord Warden. Well, Ebon is always good. Like, it doesn't really matter that much, but still it is really good. And we have Alkosh on the jewelry with all triune enchants, and all of them are stamina cost reduction glyphs, because there's not much blocking in Cloudrest. It's just few heavy attacks time to time, and that's it. Let's see. I'm running 8 sturdy, all of them 3-stat enchanted, and my sword is infused crusher, and my also stuff is infused crusher, because I'm not running blockade on this build. So if I want to apply crusher from range, I just switch to my stuff and light attack from range and still apply crusher, because there's not much how to say, there's not much like stuns going on. It's just like bosses teleport far from you. So even if you have blockade, it doesn't matter. You cannot apply pressure to them with blockade. So you need something you can apply pressure from really huge range, which is in this case lightning stuff, light attacks. So yeah, it's very decent. Well, you can use Torux as well, but I'm really not a fan of Torux anymore. Like, it's only 600 penetration. 600 penetration is... Let me check real quick. Oops, sorry. Like, this is 600 penetration. 6 points, and that's Torux. We already did the calculation. Stamina with lower Mundus, all divine. After the changes to Thunder and Night Mother, non-Toruk infused Crusher, you will need 24 piercing. So, it's not that high. Anyway, you get my point. So yeah, that's the gear. You can switch to Torux if you want, doesn't matter. For Mundus though, not Mundus, sorry, the monster set, I think Lord Warden is very decent, especially for execute phase. Because you can stand in the group while you're not holding the aggro of the boss, and it will proc inside the group, which will be helpful, kinda. Well, that's it for the gear. So let's move to skills real quick. Pierce Armor, Heroic Slash, Deep Thoughts. This is where we get our sustain from, by the way. Bull Knight, Shimmering Shield, Northern Storm, Deceptive Predator. Okay, this is a flex spot. I have Crushing Shock. You probably want to use Drain here for the Shadow Realm. When you go to the Shadow Realm, you want to put Drain on the crystals for obvious reasons. So you definitely want Drain here, but if you care more about your own sustain, you can use Lotus Blossom. Now, why does this give us sustain? Because when you have this active and you just spam light attacks, you heal people, right? It procs the Nature's Gift. I already tested this. It doesn't proc on self-healing, but you just spam light attacks and you heal other people in the range of this, which is 12 meter radius from you, which is kinda big, and you will heal people with your light attacks. Just spam light attacks and Nature's Gift procs, and you get healing, and you get resources back. So this is more like a self-resource thingy and some healing for the group. And this will make Shadow Realm much easier. Basically, that's it. Yeah. Range Taunt, Ice Fortress, Crushing Shock, Aggressive Horn. Now, like, as you see, we're gonna lose some stats on the back bar, but it doesn't matter that much. Now let me explain real quick the skills. This is our Meta Taunt, best debuffs in the game with one button. Really cheap, as you see. 1k stamina with the glyphs we have. Heroic Slash, probably, again, one of the best defensive debuffs in the game, minor main. Deep Thoughts, now this is our main sustain tool. So let me show you how it works. This is the morph of Meditate, by the way. This one gives more Magicka and Stamina. And this is only level 1, so I think my Magicka and Stamina gain will be higher when I level this up. So, what happens is, I'm just gonna spam this, and I'm gonna go meditate. As you see, I'm gaining my Magicka really fast. So the idea behind this is, if you watched my DK tank video from like a month ago, what I do is I use Pierce Armor, I wait 5 seconds, and I use Heroic Slash. That's how I apply my Crusher on the enemy I want. So what I'm gonna do with this build, what I do with this build is I taunt, I go meditate, I get out of meditate, I use heroic slash. The thing is, you can do this really fast. Like, you can use a skill immediately after getting out of meditate. So let me show you. I'm meditating, I'm gonna instantly taunt this, as you see. It's like really very normal, and as you can see, I can keep my pressure up fairly easy. Meditate, gain crap ton of resources, get out of meditate, heroic slash, meditate. That's it. And the good thing is about meditate, I'm thinking this will get a change because I think it is slightly overpowered, but not in PvP obviously, because you can interrupt this, but in PvE you get this right here, deliberation. While you are casting or channeling a Psychic Order ability, you gain major protection, reducing your damage taken by 30%. So, as you see, I have minor protection from Ice Fortress. And when I meditate, I gain major protection also. So, like, as you see from the stance, I'm like a god that you cannot hurt. It's so absurd. This major protection gives you so much tankiness. It's just crazy. Anyway, the other thing is, meditate can be cancelled by any CC. Not soft CC, but it does gets cancelled by any smaller CC, like, you know, the one-hand shield guys in dungeons that do charge attack. That will knock you down. Like, any hard CC will get you out of meditate. And when you get stunned or interrupted, what happens is, after getting interrupted, your meditate goes into like 2-3 seconds cooldown. That's what I noticed while testing this. If someone interrupts me and I get out of meditate, I'm gonna have a small cooldown on this. You can see it literally like going around like this. It lasts like 2 or 3 seconds, I'm not sure. So anyway, that's why we are using meditate. And yeah, this is kinda decent. Like, when you have a Psychic Order ability slotted, which is this one, when I block, as you see, I have a 5k shield right now. Like, is this important? No. Like, this is basically nothing, but still, it's something, you know. You can see the shield on my health bar, and this is a 5k shield, I think. Yes. Anyway, now the meditate playstyle wants you to play without permablock. So you need to know what you are doing in there. Okay, so make sure you block the heavy attacks. Except there is one thing you shouldn't block, which is from the main boss. The main boss's heavy attack is something you should not block. I'm gonna show you how it works now. Anyway, the Bull Knight here is our sustain if we need to permablock, which we're not gonna do in Cloudrest anytime soon. So, like, this gives you a decent amount of stamina. Every time you activate this every 8 seconds, it's gonna give you ultimate. By the way, that ultimate restore is here. Savage Beast. 8 second cooldown. When you activate, it gives you 4 ultimate. So yeah. So this is kind of a sustain tool. Now the 5th skill is Shimmering Shield. Now this is so good in Cloudrest. I can't even explain how good this skill is. like, you know the boss heavy attack? When you block it on a DK, it hits like 15 to 20k damage. Well, on a Warden, you put this and you go meditate and you take literally 0 damage. Literally 0 damage. The whole projectile is being absorbed by Shimmering Shield. If you do not meditate, you will still get damage, because like this is kind of a damage shield, right? Well, it doesn't show on the thing, but it is a damage shield, only for projectiles. So what happens is major protection from the meditate is being accounted for on damage shields as well. So your damage shields take less damage. Like major maim, major protection, those are calculated before the shield. So there are some buffs in this game that gives you mitigation while you have a shield. Like your shield takes less damage. And there are some other stuff that makes you tankier after your shield is gone. Okay? Major protection also reduces the damage you take on your shield. So, what that means is my Shimmering Shield can absorb the same amount of damage, but the damage I take will be lower because of major protection. So even though that heavy attack seems really powerful and you need to block it, you don't need to block it. On Warden, you just put Crystallized Shield up, go meditate, and you take literally 0 damage. Literally. Like, the Crystallized Shield absorbs every single bit of damage from that heavy attack. So, you can be really safe with that. And the other thing about Shimmering Shield is you can absorb the light attacks from the boss, like which is the small laser. Yeah, and that will proc like pretty much every single thing boss does on you, procs the major heroism. So you have a lot of ultimate regeneration on this build, a lot. And major protection uptime is really high when you are tanking on a Warden. So, that's really good. My ultimate is Northern Storm. I take this one because there isn't many things that can be stunnable there. So, I took this one and get maximum Magicka, 8%, which gives me another cast of Shimmering Shield. Like if I'm like using this in a row a lot of times, or I'm buffing myself with this, stuff like that, I may run low on Magicka, so if I still want to cast Shimmering Shield, I will still have some Magicka for this. So yeah, Max Magicka is kinda useful in a small way, but the main reason for using this is major protection. This is AoE major protection. So when the shit gets really disgusting, you just pop this and cover as much people as you can, so they are tankier because they have major protection on them. You can only do this while you are not holding the boss, but still, well, you will be swapping the main boss with the other tank, so it's really good. Anyway, on our back bar we have Deceptor Predator. This gives us major expedition for 14 seconds, which is huge. Like, movement is really important in Cloudrest. Sometimes boss just goes under the ground and comes up on the other side of the room, so you have to be on the boss and make her turn around so it doesn't do the light attack on the group. And you must avoid turning boss to the group at all costs, because every single thing boss does, every single light attack is actually AoE. That is that targets everyone in front of her. So that's why we need to get to the boss as quickly as we can and turn it away. So this here, like when I sprint, I am already like if boss goes down and starts to get up on the other side of the room, I pop this, I immediately start sprinting, and I'm already behind the boss before it can even be targetable. So movement speed is really important there. That's why I have this skill. Drain, obviously I already explained. When you go to the Shadow Realm, you must put drain on the crystals so they can die faster, and your DDs will have more sustain in the Shadow Realm. So that's a really good thing. Range taunt, like what does, obviously. Ice Fortress, again, this is something you should be using for making your group members tankier. Like the other morph has a bug. I'm not sure if they fixed it yet. What happens is it has like a 28 meters range or something. When you cast it, you don't get the buff. It goes to other people, and it gives the buff to the same people over and over again. So I rather have this, so I can give the buff to people that are close to me and go to the other group of people and give them this buff again. So I can cast this twice in a row and give most of the people the buff. The other one doesn't allow you to do that. The other one is bad. Don't even pick that. And this one makes you tankier because of minor protection. So take this morph. Crushing Shack. The boss does a interruptible attack, and especially in the Shadow Realm, there's something you need to interrupt. Like as tank, I get the orbs and put them on the shards. I do that myself instead of DDs, so I am running around pretty much all the time. So what I need to do is I need to keep looking at the boss, and if it's doing the interruptible thing, I need to be able to range interrupt it. So that's why I keep Crushing Shack here. Okay, so in the Shadow Realm, if you are doing it like we do, you're not gonna be able to stand on the boss and just do nothing. Like we're running around all the time, taking the orbs, helping with the drain, and so I need Crushing Shack. I really need it, so that's why it's there. And there's nothing better to put there, so why not? And obviously Warhorn, no need to explain. There you go. For the potions, I'm using this one. I use this one because I think I don't need any resources, like resource management. It's already too high. So especially in the Shadow Realm, I think this helps me really a lot. I just pop this and I get auto healing. Let me show you how much healing it does real quick. Let's kill ourselves real quick. Okay, pop the potion. As I said, with the debuff it's 800, without the debuff it's 1700, like almost 2k healing per second, which is I think amazing. And this is with major vitality, it's gonna be rough soon. And now we have 1300, almost 1400, still very good self-healing. So that's why I keep it there. I didn't need any other potion. It gives me tankiness, it gives me everything I need. So yeah, this potion is probably the best for Cloudrest, especially for the Shadow Realm. So yeah, that's why I use this one here. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, CP. Okay, let's start with the red one. 81 Ironclad, probably the best red CP in the game. 14 spell shield, 37 hardy, 56 LA defender. There are much more elemental damage, by the way. So thick skinned, 37, 14 heavy armor focus, 11 quick recovery. Like this 14 can go to spell shield, but whatever, you know. And 11 quick recovery, 51 warlord. Like there are some things that stuns you, but they're not much, but still, why not? And sprinter 48, as I said, I'm running around all the time. I'm sprinting a lot, so this 48 point definitely makes a difference. Nothing here. 100 shadow ward, 51 tumbling. That's it. 100 blast, this increases the healing done with the potion. And this increases the healing done we do with Lotus Blossom if we use that. Also we have Elfborn. This also increases the healing done with the Lotus Blossom. I think, I'm not sure, I think it does. I think it does, I'm not sure, but still, whatever. 27 LX per 23 spell erosion, because why not, nothing else to take. And that's it, that's the CP. Now for the jewelry, there are a few things you can do. Like I'm running full Triune, but I'm not kidding, you can go full Swift jewelry. That will be really, like, I'm gonna say again, Swift, like movement speed is important in Cloudrest. It's not a joke, I'm not kidding right now. This is the movement speed you have when you have Swift jewelry. Like I'm at the moment running with 100% more speed. This is my normal running speed with Swift jewelry. It's like having major expedition permanently, basically. So this gives me 30% movement speed. This gives me 30%. They're additive, by the way, already tested. 30, 30, 60, and we have 40% from sprinting. So which makes us at the movement speed cap. You cannot go any faster than this. This is the maximum movement speed on foot you can get, because they capped it. You can run twice as fast maximum, and this is the maximum movement speed. Okay, so stats will look like this when you switch jewelry. It's not a huge difference, like 2k per stat. It's still decent. I rather use the Triune though. Another thing you can do is, like, this is obviously a bug. It is gonna be fixed, I hope. Put infused on every single jewelry, okay? And put potion cooldown reduction on every single thing. And your potion will be 3-second cooldown, okay? So that means you can stack this restore health. Like, let me show real quick. And you are basically immortal. Oops, I crafted the wrong thing. Let's see. This is not the one I want. This is the one I want. Yeah, that one. Okay. Gonna put this here. And make everything. Oh, need to reload the eye. make everything infused. As I say, they're supposed to stay at 8 seconds, but every single glyph gets boosted by other infused as well. So this infused right here also boosts the other glyphs. So it's like 180% per glyph. And look, 3-second cooldown. So what I'm gonna do is to show you how effective and broken this is. This is obviously a bug, by the way. I highly recommend not using it. Just look at my health. I'm gonna start stacking so much healing taken. I will start to restore more health than I actually deal damage. As you see, my health is not going down, as opposite it's going up. Because I'm stacking so much of these potions, you can see on the screen. If you look here, look, all of these ticking at the same time. Like, this is completely broken and will be fixed. But yeah, you get my point. And you'll be basically immortal in anywhere with this jewelry here. Anyway, that's all for the video. If you have any questions, put a comment below. And yeah, thank you for watching. Take care.